Good morning, everybody. How you doing today? My name's Andrew.
I'm Matt.
I'm Tracy.
I'm Joel.
I'm Gavin.
I'm Mimi.
I'm Daniel.
I'm Grandpa.
I'm Ralph.
I'm Aunt Becky.
And we're some of the Veggie Boys.
And girls.
And we'd like to thank you for stopping by. Bye-bye. Enjoy your breakfast. That's the best way to start your day. A little bit of Cali, a little bit of breakfast. Welcome back, everyone. It's so nice to see you. I'll tell you what, it has been pretty chilly here the past couple days, and it's not been from the temperatures being too cold, but this wind has been brutal. Currently, I'm working my way down to the farm market because we need to get set up. We have a little lull period. We're not gonna be as busy as we normally have been, but within a week or 2 weeks, it's really gonna start picking up here. Now for this morning, most of the boys are out hunting. I probably would have been out hunting too, but I haven't been feeling 100% for the past couple days. So I've been kind of taking it easy, which I think was the right move because I am feeling a lot better than I was at the beginning of the week. I now have everything pulled out of the cooler. All that's left to do is put it all on the shelves and make sure we have enough stuff out. We've now got everything put onto the shelves. Not everything is filled up yet though, so we're gonna have to keep working on that. But for now, everything's looking pretty good. I was hunting this morning. Did you see anything?
Whole lot of nothing.
Oh, that's not fun. What about you? Did you see anything?
Squirrel. That's about it.
Now, I had mentioned that I haven't been feeling best the last couple days, and it's mostly been this side of my body. It's been my arm, shoulder, and my back. But I'm feeling pretty good. I'm basically back to full strength, and I'm ready to work today. Leaving the gloves at the house was not the move today. Just got the cattle all fed. That didn't take too much time. Dad had got the silage just before I got down here, so all they needed was the feed poured on top. And as I was dumping in grain, you can see Dad was adding some sawdust, so these calves had fresh bedding. We have a nice little group in here, and they've been growing really, really well, and we want to keep it that way. Any issues with the calves this morning, or do they all look good?
Everything looks good this morning.
Earlier this morning, we had got some potatoes bagged. We've been running low on potatoes up in the farm market, so we thought it was a good idea to get that taken care of. Now, normally we would just take the potatoes up there and set them on the dock, and we'd get it a little bit later on. But because it's so cold today, we can't just be letting potatoes sit outside. Now, if you all recall, when we finished potato harvest, we had quite the stack of potatoes inside our potato storage. However, from the potatoes being very popular this year and the price being very affordable, we've moved through them pretty quickly. We have 4.5 bins of white potatoes left, and I think we have a bin of red potatoes somewhere over here. Now, as you all have seen, those potatoes aren't gonna last for much longer, but we are very happy with how long they've lasted already. We really haven't had an issue with spoilage. They haven't been stored for that long. And because we graded them right after harvest, we got any potatoes that did have imperfections already moved out. So even though it's been a little bit since we've bagged potatoes, as you can see, we're still selling them. We are now heading up to the kitchen because it is lunchtime. We did have a very important job to finish up before we got up for lunch, and that was butchering chickens, which we are all done with. And now we're getting ready to eat lunch, which is gonna be sandwiches today. Grammy's already got started on it, and it's just about lunch. We got finished with lunch, and right now we're in the shop. While Joel was mowing down some corn stalks yesterday, he started hearing a funny noise coming from the batwing mower. We would have liked to get all those corn stalks mowed down yesterday, but sometimes things happen. We unfortunately weren't able to get that all taken care of, but we just put it in the shop. I ran up to the house to change really quickly. It's colder than I thought it was gonna be out, so I got some warmer clothes put on. Hopefully that helps me out a little bit. So Joel, what was the issue with this thing while you were using it?
I noticed while I was going down the field that it started making a noise that is not, started making more of a mechanical noise, more of a vibrating noise. So I stopped and got out, and then you'll notice that there's 3 boxes that stick off of these. Each of these are called a gearbox, and I felt the gearboxes on the wings, and they were warm to the touch, but not bad. The center gearbox was extremely hot. In fact, when I touched it, it almost burned my hand. So I immediately took it back home, we're hoping to put some new oil and some grease inside there because we think the seal underneath is bad, to get it through so we can finish off the season with.
There's a bearing out right here.
Well, this isn't the news that we wanted to hear. We seem to have a bearing out on our center gearbox. When we turned it on, it was obvious that it was shaking violently in some place. We didn't know until we took off some shields. So that's something we're gonna have to get taken care of, and hopefully we'll get it taken care of sooner rather than later because we want all of our fields cleaned off. One thing that makes the fields look a lot nicer when they're all mowed off. The second is it starts to break up the organic material a lot sooner, which helps it to absorb down into the soil. It's very beneficial for us if we get our fields mowed. Not only, like I mentioned, it looks nice, which we like things to look nice. That second point is the one we're really looking forward to. If we can get this material to start breaking down sooner, well, it'll benefit us more in the long run. When the combine is pulled out of the shop, we seem to have a lot of room in here. But if you remember, there's a machine that takes up all of the space right here. Fortunately, we can fit a few other pieces of equipment. We have our potato planter, which worked phenomenally this year. This was brand new to us this year, and it changed things a lot for us. And then we have our 6-row corn planter. We use this to plant all different types of stuff. Corn, beans, we plant sweet corn with it. We plant green beans, yellow beans, and flat beans. And then one of our newest pieces of equipment, and one of the ones we're most excited about, we have our corn planter with our mulch layer unit together, and this allows us to get sweet corn a few weeks earlier. We haven't been bold enough to try it with other crops yet, but I'm sure once we get down the road with it, we will. So we need to take apart this center piece right here, so we're working on getting our bolts loosened. Once we get this taken apart, then we'll be able to work on everything where we need it to. And if I'm gonna have to guess, it's not gonna be easy to get this taken apart, but we'll see what happens. So half of me wanted to go hunting, the other half wanted to look at a few seed catalogs. Lauren needed some stuff for dinner that I just got finished taking up to her. And while I was up there, I grabbed a few of the catalogs. We order from a few companies every year, and occasionally we'll try getting from some other companies. I have a Johnny's catalog, Harris. There's this Totally Tomatoes. This one's pretty neat. This is all about tomatoes, obviously. Then I also have an outstanding seed catalog. Now when I'm looking at seed catalogs, I'm looking at a few different things. One of the biggest things I'm looking for is stuff that's aimed towards farmers, like vegetable farmers, market farmers. Just trying to find yields and see what looks nice. A lot of your catalogs will have similar things in it. This one has some pumpkins in it. This one is focused around like fall ornamentals and some pumpkins. Basically every catalog has a little bit of everything, but sometimes when we're looking for a catalog, we're looking for a little bit more specific. For example, one catalog will focus a little bit more on tomatoes, one on fall ornamentals, or maybe there will be something in here about cabbage that we're really interested in. Maybe there's a few extra varieties of cabbage that we thought, you know, maybe we could try something. Every catalog is different. Every seed company is different. So we do our best to just try and see what works best for us here at the Veggie Boys. Sometimes it's better to order certain things from one company and then certain things from another. One of my favorite things to do with seed catalogs is look at a few of them and compare them. This catalog, for example, it has a few varieties that we've raised before. Roadster, Primo Red, Red Snapper, up here we have Red Deuce, and then when we flip the page over, they have a few varieties that are really popular. There's a Celebrity Tomato here, and it's just really nice stuff. There's a Mountain Fresh. Now it's a little difficult because we order varieties for our customers too, and then seed them and transplant them so that they can plant in their own gardens. This seed catalog has a lot of nice stuff, and then over here I found a few varieties that we've raised. For example, Florida 47. That's a variety that we have raised in the past. There's just a lot of neat looking stuff here. Sometimes when we are selecting certain varieties, it can be a shot in the dark. If we're trying something new, maybe someone had mentioned to us about a variety, but we always try our best to get varieties that we know are proven and get new varieties that we can see if they're good ourselves. That way we can help others. Because not only are we trying to learn ourselves, We're trying to learn so that we can teach our customers when they get plants from us, we can give them help so that they can grow the best gardens possible. Because as farmers, we could say our job is to raise food for people, but in our line of work, our job is also to help people grow food for themselves. Which if everybody starts raising their own food, I might be out of a job. I'll have to figure something else out. And I'm not too good at singing. I just got back from hunting. It was very, very cold out. I did not see anything. And now that I'm in the farm market, Daniel, what are you working on?
We got to weigh every ham.
It is ham season where we live, so we have an entire pallet full of hams. So Daniel is gonna be helping Mom going through every box and weighing every ham. And these hams, they're pretty large.
2130.
17.04.
Now this is gonna make it real complicated.
We're pulling every ham out of the box, weighing them, and then labeling the boxes that they're in. So when someone comes to pick up a ham, they can just find the box with the correct weight on it, give it to the person. It's a little on the colder side, so we do not mind working in the store a little bit.
It's a little too warm in here.
I mean, you could be outside working in the wind. Is that what you want?
Well, Andrew, you win some and you lose some.
While we were out hunting, Dad was cleaning up one of the tractors. Look at him. He's got dirt and mud all over him. We are now at the end of the day though, so we're working on feeding animals. So to get started, Dad's gonna mix up some milk for the calves, and I'm gonna work on getting all their buckets cleaned out. What's up, buddy? Calm down, stay there. Come on, chicken. Out of the feeder. Come on, girl.
I think he's outsmarting me. He's trying to stay skinny so he doesn't go to the butcher. All that exercising.
Do you think I need to start exercising so you don't have to send me to the butcher?
Maybe.
What happened to you?
Oh,
What's wrong? Why is your shoe off?
there's a rock in my shoe. Look at that little thing, it hurts.
That's a baby rock.
You guys can order from Prime.
What are you doing? Oh, we're watching Miss Rachel. What are we having for dinner tonight?
It's almost kind of like spaghetti pie, I think.
Ooh,
Kind of.
that sounds really
but
good.
It's not in a pie dish, it's in a casserole dish.
Oh, spaghetti casserole. What are you doing? Say, Daniel! This is what we're having for dinner. We got our salad, got our pasta, and then we got our biscuits. Ready to eat? We are now all ready to eat. We're almost all here at the table, so you guys know what that means. This is where we're gonna be ending the video today. I'd like to thank everyone for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.